So Pepperdine's Model UN team just returned from their annual conference in New York City last week. We have President Rachel Siegman and Stuart Slayton here to tell us a little bit about their experience with Model UN. So Rachel, you've been doing this for what, 8 years now? You're practically a pro.
That is correct, 8 years.
So how have you seen your efforts in Model UN affect what happens in the real UN?
Yeah, I would say at Model United Nations, it's a simulation of what UN representatives are doing through the work of member states, and we get to create resolutions that could actually potentially, hopefully, be possible one day, and just kind of makes us think of the broader world and how we'd like to solve the issues going on currently.
Awesome, so cool. So what did your week last week pretty much consist of? What did you guys do over there in New York?
Yeah, we had daily meetings. We were in committee sessions, I had meetings starting at 7 a.m. and then 8 a.m. is when committee started. And we was just a lot of working in informal and unmoderated caucus is what it's called. And you just kind of are debating and talking with other delegates and trying to ally with different countries and then writing resolutions mainly.
Awesome. So how does Pepperdine's team really fit into that? Do we represent a certain country or how does that work?
So we actually represent Madagascar. The whole Pepperdine Model United Nations team represents Madagascar. And all of the different students from different colleges have a different country that they represent. So it's modeled to be exactly like the United Nations. Each country is represented by people who are from all around the world. There's actually more Europeans than Americans who are there. So being in the hotel and being in committee, it felt like I was in Europe.
Wow. And I bet you guys have some pretty great memories from your trip. Are there any you'd like to share?
Yeah, I mean, I loved being able to speak other languages with the delegates that were there. You're only allowed to speak English in committee session, but just kind of utilizing French or Italian or Spanish. That was really cool. And any memories for you?
Yeah, for me, it's been my first year doing it, so I had really not the best idea of what was going to go on, but I ended up actually doing well in the committee and seeing how things actually work and just kind of jumping right into it. The whole experience was the good memory for me.
Awesome. So if other students are interested in getting involved, how would they go about doing that?
Yes, next year in September, we'll be looking for a new team, and there will be a kind of audition interview process. And so just the beginning, August and September, looking into it.
Awesome, fantastic. Well, thank you so much for being here, and congratulations on your success last week. And it's great to see Pepperdine students getting out into the world and really broadening that perspective like you talked about.
Thank you.
Back to you, Alex and Shayla.
Actually, I think we're going to go ahead and go up to sports.
It's formal season here at Pepperdine, but it's prom time for high school students. A high school basketball player in Kentucky has gotten attention for his recent promposal. Trey Moses asked Ellie Meredith, a student with Down syndrome, if she would go to prom with him. The pair became friends through an after-school program that encourages friendships between students with and without disabilities. Ellie agreed to go to prom with Trey and said she can't wait to pick out a dress. Pepperdine baseball hoped to keep their hot streak alive when they faced Pacific yesterday. Sophomore Aaron Barnett got the scoring started for the Waves in the first inning. His single and an error by Pacific gave the Waves a 2-0 lead. The hits kept coming for Pepperdine, who scored 10 runs in the first 4 innings. Pacific tried to rally with 2 runs in both the 5th and 6th innings, but it wouldn't be enough. The Waves won the game with a final score of 10-4. Pepperdine's number 3 ranked men's volleyball team took on 8th ranked USC at Firestone Fieldhouse last night. Both teams battled in the first set, but the Waves edged out USC with a score of 25-20. Set 2 wasn't nearly as close, with the Waves defeating the Trojans 25-14. USC came out desperate in the third set, but a 7-2 run by the Waves gave them the upper hand. Pepperdine won set 3 with a score of 25-20. The win clinched home court advantage for the Waves in the Mountain Pacific Sports Federation Tournament quarterfinals. They'll face Cal Baptist at home tomorrow at 7 p.m. Pepperdine teams have a packed schedule before they get to take on a break on Easter Sunday this weekend. Women's tennis hosts San Francisco at 1:30 today and Santa Clara at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Women's sand volleyball will also be playing on Saturday when they face USC at 10 a.m. Men's volleyball will try to extend their home winning streak to 19 when they take on Cal Baptist at 7 p.m. And men's volleyball will be in action again on Tuesday when they host UCLA at 7. Well, Shayla and Alex, the athletes here at Pepperdine worked so hard, so it's great that they finally get a break on Easter Sunday.
Yeah, it's always nice to get a break. I mean, they do work hard, and they never disappoint us. So
No, and they deserve the weekend off.
they definitely
so it's
deserve the
good
weekend
timing.
off, especially Easter weekend. Hopefully some of them will hang out with their families. So.
Absolutely.
Anyways, well, refill your coffee cup because we have some new music, new movies, and new engagements, the latest in entertainment.
And Alex and I are going to learn to hula dance just in time for the Pepperdine Luau. Don't go anywhere. You won't want to miss this.